You call Crazy Rich Asians Crazy Rich Asian singular all the time. Almost exclusively.
I keep people on their toes.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 41 of the Movie ReBrew podcast. I'm your host.
Our Dirk Nowitzki pod.
Is he 41?
Yeah, he is.
It's kind of a gross number. I'm your host, Keegan Holland, and with me is my co-host, Mike Jennison.
Hi.
With us, we have guest Charlie Seacrist.
Hello. It's an honor
Guitarist.
to be here today.
Guitarist of
having
our
me.
Outro song.
Chip the
Big
Ripper.
fan of the show. Big fan of the show.
Chucky
Charlie's coming to
Seed.
us from Arizona. What time is it there?
6:30.
It's only
2 hours behind you
difference.
guys. They don't have daylight savings time here.
Oh.
John McCain doesn't believe in daylight saving, so it's 6:37 in Arizona.
Exactly.
He's revolutionary. That's why he's our greatest president.
Because, you know, the senator of states can set the time of the day.
Someone can.
Yeah, the governor. The
Yeah,
House.
Probably the governor.
I'm not quite sure how state checks and balances work.
Yeah,
Mike
no,
is a
really.
political junkie.
This week, we have 3 movies. Vice, which we've all seen. Aquaman, which only I've seen. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and then Mary Poppins, which me and Mike have seen. You saw it?
I saw it. I've
And
seen
Charlie saw it. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you picked Mary Poppins.
I know. I think maybe I should have gone Aquaman.
Yeah, you're a
But-
huge DC fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He gets
Uh,
pissed.
No, it's not. It's not a good movie. Spoiler alert for my review. We're all drinking different beers, right? I
Maybe.
assume. Are you not drinking a beer?
I have nothing.
Excellent.
I'm sorry.
Mike, what'd you get?
I got Storm King from Victory Brewery. Had limited options. There's a storm at the beginning of Mary Poppins. There we go.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Yikes.
Is there even?
yeah, they're flying
Oh,
the
yeah,
kite
there
when the
is.
storm comes. Yeah. This is one of
I-
my better connections.
I crushed it. So I went Dogfish Head, obviously, and then Sea Quench Ale. It's a blissfully brewed with lime juice, lime peel, black limes. What's a black lime? And sea salt.
A lime that hasn't been ripe yet, so it's black.
They start black, Mike?
I believe so. Probably not.
No.
An avocado is a black lime.
Ooh. Don't hate the theory. I think I'm going to
I
hate
hate
this.
it.
This is a
That sounded- sounded
session
disgusting.
sour.
Mine,
What's yours?
Ooh, mine's a 9.1%.
Wow,
a
Mike's about
Thunder
to be buzzing.
I drink all 6 and pass. No. A thundering hot presence collides with massive espresso and dark chocolate notes in this robust and full-bodied imperial stout. Wow.
Oh, I hate imperial stouts. Oh,
Are you going to that beer festival again in Seabus?
yeah, that's in a couple weeks actually.
I'm going to the one here. That's what Dougie Buckets got me for Christmas.
Where's it at?
The convention center, Cleveland Convention Center.
That makes sense. All right.
This tastes like an imperial stout.
So dog shit.
No, it tastes like dark chocolate. Actually, dark chocolate aftertaste. I'm kind of digging it now.
I poured mine like an asshole, so I need to wait for all that to come down, and then I'll give you my review. So news? Do you got anything or no?
Yeah, we'll do the globes.
Good evening. I'm Will McAvoy.
And I'm Evan Baxter, and here's what's making news.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
Okay.
Golden Globes, awful precursor, but the big news of the night is Bohemian Rhapsody won Best Picture.
Shocking.
Have you seen it, Charlie?
I have.
Yeah, it's not good.
No.
I love that
I mean,
movie,
it's not bad.
It has a lot of shit wrong with it, but it's so watchable.
That's a bad movie. I had a blast watching it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just really fell flat at a lot of points for me.
Yeah.
But the idea that it could even be nominated, let alone win, I feels to me like they're just trying to keep this thing going of nominating and giving awards to more popular movies so they can be more relevant or something. I don't know.
I think it finished like maybe 7th at the box office this year. Like it was a huge hit.
It
Really?
was.
How much money did it make?
Like 600 million worldwide.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that big, but yeah. I mean, I guess that's a theory. I just think the Golden Globes are just nutty. But I mean, it got a Producers Guild nom too, so it'll probably get a Best Picture nom, which is mind blowing.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone say they love it. Everyone has been on the fence about this movie.
Yeah.
My contacts.
Yeah, every single person I've talked to is like, that was fun. Movie shit. Movie was fun though.
That is the correct review. I didn't watch the ceremony.
Actually, my mom and dad thought it was the greatest movie they've ever seen in their life. But they also walked on Mary Poppins saying the same thing. I don't think my dad's ever seen a movie he doesn't like.
Dude loves music.
A Star is Born. He hated it. Opened up 30 minutes later, and he's like, it was just too sad. I love that movie, but it just got to me.
Chuck.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch the ceremony because I was playing Halo.
Shocking.
What was like the response to that? Because Bryan Singer was accused of sexual assault of a teenager.
Yeah, you didn't really notice it. Bryan Singer wasn't there. Bryan Singer wasn't mentioned. No one really, Yeah. It was the elephant in the room, but no one addressed it. It was fine. Everyone was happy about it. But Elsie Fisher, the 8th grader girl, from 8th grader, she tweeted out like,
"It's just 8th grade."
Oh my god!
Also,
crucify me.
You call Crazy Rich Asians Crazy Rich Asian singular all the time, almost exclusively.
I keep people on their toes.
Anyways, I like it, Mike. Keep it
Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, she caught backlash for praising the movie and praising the cast. And they're like, do you know what Bryan Singer did? So then she had to tweet out an apology yesterday.
How old is she?
She's 15?
15, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean,
like,
I think I saw the tweet. She was praising Rami Malek, right?
Yeah, and the movie. She's like, I'm so happy for this, the crew and Rami Malek to win Best Picture and Best Actor.
I mean, that cast is sweet, and he's very good. Yeah, lay off her. Jesus.
Yeah. Plus, like, I don't get why now it's a big deal that Bryan Singer directed this. We've all known about it. He got fired after the allegations came out.
Yeah. He was posting, like, behind-the-scenes videos on his Instagram, like, a couple days ago. It's like, dude, what? Get a clue.
He wants credit.
I mean,
guess, yeah.
He's got something to show. I mean, it's bad. Oh! We got to talk about Kevin Spacey too. Actually,
his video.
Did you guys watch that video of Kevin Spacey
on Christmas? Get through it.
I have no clue what's going on with him. I've avoided that whole story.
So
what's going on?
So basically, I got a notification Christmas morning that he tweeted out a 3-minute video of him in character, his House of Cards character, and it's basically a 3-minute monologue of him cooking like Christmas dinner. And in it, he basically just like, he said, quote, like, I never played by the rules and you loved it. What'd you expect from me? It is the grossest thing ever.
I think the video is titled, like, You Want Me Back or something. Charlie has covered his face in disgust. Yeah, it's...
Great PR move.
I know.
Like, how did anyone let him do that? No.
Like, someone had to be filming him. Someone was holding the camera.
No. The quote is let me be Frank, because it's Frank Underwood.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he's like, you loved it. It's the grossest thing ever.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I recommend watching it. I was just like uncomfortable, but it's like something to, I don't know. You see someone totally lose their mind on camera.
yeah, that's true.
It's something. Yeah. But anyways, Gaga lost. Actually, A Star Is Born only won for Best Song, Shallow. Like, Gaga lost to the actress from The Wife. What's her name?
Glenn Close.
Yeah?
Glenn Close?
She has an original song?
No. Gaga lost Best Actress.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
To Glenn Close? Glenn Close? Yeah. Glenn Close? Klaus? Which was surprising, but I think Gaga will still win. Anything else? Oh, Spider-Verse won. Boo!
Yeah. Love it.
Boo! Oh, and who's the guy that's the dude?
Jeff Bridges?
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges gave one of the craziest speeches of all time.
You
should go watch that. He won Lifetime Achievement.
Oh, nice.
He was awarded Lifetime Achievement. Yeah.
The Cecil B. DeMille Award?
I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that one. The one that Oprah got last year. Whatever. Yeah. And he just talks about, like, it's kind of cool. It's very Jeff Bridges. I really enjoyed it. I recommend watching.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he is
awesome.
Best.
and then a bunch of guilds came out.
Are we done with the Globes?
I mean, do you have thoughts?
I didn't watch, so I would love to know like who won all these things.
Oh, okay.
I have a question.
Go on.
So, Kaminsky Method won what? Best show?
Yeah.
Best TV drama?
Yeah.
And Douglas won.
Yeah, Michael Douglas won. I was going to say, was there any controversy behind that? Because didn't about a year ago he got accused by John Oliver on stage in New York?
No.
You're thinking of Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. Yeah.
Hoffman. Sorry, wrong family member.
But Michael Douglas was also accused, but no one said anything. No one cared.
Okay,
yeah,
I was just wondering if that. Okay.
Also, the Kaminsky Method, I think it's a Netflix exclusive, but like no one's talked about it. It's Douglas and DeVito, so you think it'd be good, but
I'm gonna watch it. And Ben Stiller directed it.
Oh,
that could be wrong.
Doesn't sound right, but
which one is Patricia Arquette in?
No idea. So who won the comedy one then?
Best comedy was The Green Book. Best screenplay was Green Book. Best comedy actor was Christian Bale.
You know that movie is getting a bunch of criticism now?
What?
Green Book? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that before it even came out. Some HuffPost piece about how it's like not modern enough. Kind of. I mean, I haven't seen it myself, but
I guess like Doc Shirley, played by Mahershala Ali. I guess their family hates it.
Mahershala Ali won Best Supporting Actor.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he's sick. So
yeah, I guess the family hates the movie, and like they're actually not that good of friends.
They weren't that good of friends, I guess, and probably not. And Shirley never wanted a movie about his life done, and he had a bunch of brothers that he was super, super close to. Those were the three things they were upset they dramatized.
Well, they had to have gotten the rights somehow to the story. His estate had to have given that up.
Yeah, his estate did, I guess. It was a brother and one of his sons just bashing it. So maybe everyone else was cool with it, and maybe those people are bitter they didn't get money to the movie. I don't know.
Maybe.
Not speculating, though I am speculating. And then best supporting actress was the girl from If Beale Streets Could Talk, Regina King.
Oh yeah.
Who's gonna be Keegan's Bay of the Year?
Regina King?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
When you watch it and then you come out saying it,
have you seen it?
I've not. No.
Okay.
I think this weekend. But then Producers Guild came out. Are you with the Globes?
Yeah.
Alfonso Cuarón won Best Director for Roma.
That's got to be a lock, right?
Yeah, probably. But that's crazy. So many Mexicans have won Best Director recently.
I mean, 3.
Yeah, but
of the last 4?
No, because it was Inarritu won like 2 in a row, and then last year Shape of Water was.
Well, no, it goes this.
Del Toro,
it goes Cuarón, Inarritu, Chazelle, the one outlier, and then Del Toro, and then Cuarón. So they would have won 5 of the last 6 if he won Best Director.
Yeah.
Which is
impressive.
Nuts if that happens. Justin Hurwitz for First Man. The score for First Man won Best Score at the Globe, which is sick. That score is awesome.
Yeah, it is. I mean, hopefully that'll stick around then. It'll get some Oscar buzz now that it won this.
It'll get probably a couple. It probably won't get picture or director.
Unfortunately.
I was really shocked by some of these nominations and the people that won. I don't know.
It was very bizarre. I did freaking awful.
Yeah, your picks are terrible.
I did so bad, but I always do terrible at this. But yeah, who was Best Supporting Actress? That was Regina King.
Which ones were you referring to, Charlie?
Glenn Close probably winning for the wife, beating Gaga, and then best drama for Bohemian Rhapsody. Anything you were gonna add, Seacrist?
I mean, no, I was just a little surprised. I don't know. I think all around, there was nothing too standoutish to be like crazy, but I don't know if they got it all right. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's been a weird year. I think it's gonna be hard to predict the Oscars.
Yeah, it's very open and nothing's that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Producers Guild nominated Bohemian Rhapsody, Crazy Rich Asian, and like A Quiet Place, but not If Beale Street Could Talk. What?
You did it again!
Crazy Rich Asian?
Yes,
Michael's
it's plural.
Genisms.
What did I pluralize? Bohemian Rhapsodies?
No! It's Asians. It's plural Asians.
Oh my! Get over yourself. I only see one.
Oh my god. Continue. Oh, back to the Globes. Sorry. Black Panther win anything?
No,
Good.
but
Why
it was.
good?
It's not a good movie. It's an okay
Dang it.
movie.
It was okay, yeah. I was surprised it was nominated.
Yeah, me too.
And it
Ooh.
it will get nominated for Best Picture. I guarantee it.
Yeah, probably.
That's
Fan service.
insane. Also back to the Globes. How were Sandberg and Sandra Oh?
I watched the intro, and Sandberg's always funny.
Yeah.
Sandra Oh was good. People were criticizing it for being too safe and not trying to offend anyone. I don't know. I had a fun time with it. Jim Carrey had a nice little
I saw that
30-second
clip.
spot. It was
Yeah.
funny. It was
I
all
thought
right.
I thought as hosts they were fine. I mean the intro was like safe, but that was the point. But I don't know.
I mean, the Globes have had
It was very average.
what's his face in past years, British guy,
Gervais?
Ricky Gervais, who's like total opposite. He's going to offend every time, so it's probably a good change of pace.
I love Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I like little offensive comments. Stir the
in
pot a
your
little bit.
face.
Yeah,
Yep.
shake it up.
It fits this award show more than the being safe traditional type of year that they kind of had.
I agree. Everyone just kind of gets shit-faced and makes bad decisions, so might as well have a host that will do the same.
Including the Hollywood Foreign Press when they give it to
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, God. But, the Writers Guild came out, too. 8th grade got a nomination for Best Original Screenplay. That was exciting. A Quiet Place got Best Original Screenplay. That was exciting. Adapted, Black Panther got one, so I don't know. It's been a lot of different things than usual. A lot of big-budget, big box office movies get a lot of love in the awards. And that's kind of it for the news. I guess Crazy Rich Asian has a chance for Best Picture, Keegan.
That'd be sick. I would love that. Man, someone just threw some oil on a pan. Thing is going nuts.
Sounds like you turned the fan on. Cody
It's someone cooking, I think. Hold on. What is that noise? Oh, it's a blender. Alright. We should be good.
No, that's it. There was a lot of news, but nothing too stand out. It was also the holiday weekend, so Aquaman's done very well at the box office.
I know. I guess we'll start there then.
You can't handle the truth.
She's gone from suck to blow.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yeah, good segue into a movie I didn't see.
Yeah, lead us off.
And Mike, you shouldn't see it. Charlie, I don't know. Maybe. So this movie,
I think I would have had fun with it. but-
yeah, like it's
I would have had fun with it too, I imagine.
it's 220, but it doesn't really feel 220, which is probably the best compliment I can give. Shout out to the animators who had the hardest job of all time with this movie. 95% of it is shot on green screen. Really good cast, but man, this script is terrible. I felt so bad for Kidman, Patrick Wilson, Amber Heard. They just needed to deliver like just the corniest, cheesiest lines of dialogue, like, and be dead serious with it. I'm sure once camera cut, they're like, why do we do this? This is a mistake. Jason Momoa crushes it. He's a really good Aquaman. It's just, there's so much movie here. There's just, like a fucking Godzilla basically comes out at one point. There's dinosaurs. They go to the center of the earth. It's just like, it's batshit crazy. And whenever there's a light moment, like literally this happens 5 or 6 times. Whenever there's a quiet moment with a nice conversation, something in the background explodes, and then they're just back in the shit. So, like, it doesn't really, like, develop characters that much. It's way more focused on telling a huge, giant, epic story. And it's, I don't know. I think it can definitely be skipped. Though, watching it on a big screen is probably better. But I'm going to give it, like, a 5 out of 10.
Ooh.
Wow, thumb down?
I'm gonna go thumb up. The old negative review, thumb up.
The opposite of Venom. The positive review, thumb down.
Yeah, it's very average, and yeah, it's just a terrible script. Like, some of the shit that they have to do relies on like an impossible thing to happen, but it happens like 5 or 6 times. It's just, yeah, there's not much thought put into the script at all. It's just more have this huge battle under sea with giant effects, which they do really well, but everything in between is just a miss. We'll not watch again, I don't think.
How was Defoe?
Oh yeah, I feel bad for Defoe. Like, he's just getting this ridiculous hairdo. His lines are terrible.
Defoe said after the Spider-Man movies he was ever going to do a big like budget super movie again.
Yeah.
I guess he sold out again.
There's so much shit in this movie too that could be cut. Basically because they have like baby Aquaman, little kid Aquaman, and teenage Aquaman. Everything can go, and you can cut like half an hour off the movie.
There's baby Aquaman. How cute is that? That sounds adorable.
I mean, he doesn't do anything. He's literally just in Nicole Kidman's arms. But I guess it gives more screen time to Nicole Kidman. But she's just phoning it in.
She should phone it in.
Yeah. This movie's well below her.
She has had a great year.
Yeah,
but
she's in the running for the Gleason.
Yeah, her year's loaded.
Yeah.
All right. I have nothing to add.
Yeah.
Disappointing to hear that, but not surprising.
Yeah.
Were you expecting more, or is that what you were kind of...
Well, I don't like James Wan's Fast and Furious. It's just like the dumbest movie ever. Fast 7. I don't know. His scary movies are pretty good. He did The Conjuring and Insidious. So I don't know. I expected more from it. Didn't really deliver.
Yeah, people like it.
Do they, though?
People are seeing it.
People are seeing it, yeah.
I think people like it.
I don't fault you for
make them love it. You just have to make them entertained until they leave. And
I guess it kind of did that. Because like, I never checked my watch. Never checked my phone. It didn't feel long. I think it's because, like I said, like... There we go.
Nice watch. That's a nice watch.
Thank you.
There's no time to really, like, just relax. It's just constantly going. Like, the second it's small, like I said, there's an explosion out of nowhere. So you're like... I don't know.
For the record, audience score, 80%. Aquaman.
All Chinese.
And critics score, 65%.
65? That's higher than I thought.
My suspicion is they made it just what it needed to be and not anything more. It's too bad
That's
that,
like spot on.
They had to get Nicole Kidman and all these good actors in it to just stand around, but that's not surprising at all.
Yeah.
Anyone see Holmes and Watson?
The 0. Is it still at 0?
It's at 8.
Ah! I wanted the perfect 0.
Just the shittiest idea of all time.
Dude, they're done.
They're done.
When was Farrell's last good movie?
I don't know, but John C. Reilly was nominated for a Golden Globe last night for Best Actor in a Drama. No, Best Actor in a Comedy.
In Stan and Ollie.
Yeah, I want to see that. That was earlier this year, wasn't it?
I think so. I didn't know it came out, in all honesty. I remember hearing that it was going to be made, but yeah. There you go.
He's done some good, serious roles. He flies under the radar as a specialist.
A lot of PTA movies in the 90s, early 2000s.
His first big one was like Boogie Nights, right?
Yeah, he's good. Boogie Nights. Magnolia, too. And also Gangs of New York, he's in it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, The Lobster recently. Yeah, he's awesome. Love John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly.
Will Ferrell is washed up, though. Call what it is.
Yeah. I mean, literally, what was his last good one? Probably, like, The Other Guys?
Ugh.
You don't like The Other Guys?
They're all right. I don't know.
I love The Other Guys.
Elf?
Mark Wahlberg as a lead in a comedy is pushing it a little for me. But.
Yeah, The Departed wasn't believable. The fact that I got 2 chuckles for that joke, oh god.
Yeah, that's a shame.
All right, on to what do you want to do, Poppins or Vice? Poppins?
Let's do Poppins.
Yeah.
So, full disclosure, I hadn't seen the original. What do you guys?
Me neither.
Okay.
Me neither. I haven't seen it.
I saw it when I watched Saving Mr. Banks about 5 years ago. So not the freshest movie in my mind, but I have seen it.
Yeah, so this movie had to do a lot of legwork to get me on board, and it didn't. I did not like this movie.
I feel very similarly to you. I hadn't seen the first one. I thought the first act of the movie was a little slow, and I was getting kind of sick of it.
Yeah.
But I think after about the first act, maybe halfway point in the movie, they did pull me in. I bought in, and I ended up walking out really enjoying it, despite its what I think were pretty obvious flaws.
Yeah.
So I love Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
And he's awesome in this. Blunt's awesome in this. There's 2 like show-stopping numbers, which I totally dug. Everything else was very meh. This is weirdly similar to Saving Christopher Robin this year. Both Disney, both take place in like the early 1990s in London. It was very odd. 1900s. It was very odd that these both came out, and both have the same thing to do with like just like money issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And both have like a similar final scene. So that was odd. That was weird. But this
It
movie's
takes
okay.
a while for Blunt to show up, and it definitely picks up when she's there because she's just charming as hell. But I don't even think the music's that good.
I agree.
Like, I like the "Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover," which takes place in the pot.
That was sick.
That was literally it.
That was fun. Yeah, I think some of the music numbers definitely fell flat, and even the songs that I thought were good musically, the lyrics throughout I didn't think were that good at all.
What the hell were they saying in the Candle one? The Trip a Little Something Fantastic? What were they saying?
Trip a Little Light.
Oh, that was fun though. That was fun. I like
the
that.
lyrics didn't make sense.
It made no sense. At one point, I turned next to me and I said, "Do you understand what they're trying to do?" I had no idea.
I had no idea what they were saying.
No idea.
I guess trip-a-light to trip is what they meant by the Learys just turning on lights. To trip-a-light is to turn on a light.
Yeah.
But then to throw fantastic at the end, I don't know. It just seemed a little weird.
I hated that song.
A little childish.
Well, and one other thing, Mike, I thought that Lin-Manuel Miranda was one of the weakest points of this film.
His British accent, every time he talked, I started cracking up.
His Cockney was terrible, and I don't know if that was like an homage to Dick Van Dyke, who famously has a terrible Cockney accent in the original, or if it just was really that bad. But his film acting wasn't great. His musical numbers, and when you could tell he had experience from Hamilton and being in plays and stuff, the staging was great, and that was fantastic. But just his pure acting it left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't great. I agree, but I just love the man. But yes, I agree. That accent was horrendous. The acting was almost like, when theatrical people act normally, it's like, why are you acting all theatrically? You got a lot of that.
Yeah.
But when he starts rapping that one number, whoo!
I was gonna bring it up. That felt so forced. It's like, we got Lin-Manuel, let's make him rap. I'm like, what?
I didn't care.
It fit.
I guess.
Dick Van Dyke kind of raps a little bit.
I've never seen it.
He's not like busting out show tunes. That's all I'm saying.
He was in the movie. Dick Van Dyke.
Let's score it, then get the spoilers, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'll give it a 7. I'll also give it I'll give it a thumbs up, and I'll recommend it to like families. Good family movie.
I'm gonna go another 5 bomb. This time, thumbs down. I will never watch it again. I don't know, would kids like this?
Yeah, kids would like this. My dad loves this movie. My dad said, quote, "This is something
that's
special."
Your dad, your 60-year-old dad.
My sisters liked it too. Hey, he's 59, all right? He's 59.
Right. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking of my nieces
Dave
and
has
nephews.
57.
I feel like this would never have their attention.
My 3-week-old niece and nephew wouldn't be able to pay attention to this either.
That makes sense.
They're still in the NICU.
Yeah.
They're doing well. Sorry. Took a dark turn. All right, Seacrist, it's on you.
I mean, I voiced my grievances with this film, but in the end, like I said, it still did pull me on board, and I thought there were a lot of really great things about it. Emily Blunt was
fantastic.
Yeah. She was, and other musical numbers were great. And I enjoy some.
The kids
Some
are
of
so
the directing
cute.
choices were boring, but some of them were really good. I don't know. I might go 7.5.
Wow. All right.
I'm cool with that.
I might maybe even leaning towards an 8 just because it was a good kids film. If you know it's a kids film, then it's,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah,
It's well made. It's very well made. I can't say that.
the plot is so predictable, but it is a
Oh my
kids
god.
movie.
Well, let's get
But
to
it's-
spoilers. When he writes, actually no, I'm actually wrong about this. Because when he makes that fake 10-pound bill for John, on the back of it there was like something on it. I was like, oh, that's gonna be the fucking shares. But then
Yeah.
it ends up being the picture. But still, I knew like something like that was gonna happen.
I mean, the minute they walk to that office, I'm like, this is the bad guy. And then he like rips out the page and throws in the
Colin
fire.
Firth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty clear.
And also, there's Ex Mach. What's it called, Keegan? When someone comes out of nowhere and saves the day.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, which is just the laziest writing in the world. And
They
Dick Van
didn't go overboard with that, though.
Really?
I
I
don't
think they
so.
did.
Like, Mary Poppins coming in and changing the clock at the last minute.
Oh,
At least they didn't just have
that
her,
drove
like,
me
straight do that.
nuts.
At least they like, climbed
yeah.
the tower and everything.
Yeah, fly up initially, lady. You can
I know.
fly.
I was mad. I was mad.
So pissed.
Well,
Oh
I was
my
talking
God.
about Dick Van Dyke saving the day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just
yeah.
kicking down the door and says, "All right, I saved the day."
Does
It
he
was
live
fun,
back
though.
there?
Huh?
Like what is he doing back there?
I don't know. I have
Yeah,
no
that was
idea.
Unbelievable.
But it's Dick Van Dyke, and everyone goes, "Oh my God, it's Dick Van Dyke! I thought he was dead in 1983. This is awesome." And then he jumps on the desk and sings and dances, and everyone goes home with a smile.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was
I
cute.
didn't like the Meryl Streep part either.
Oh, I forgot about that.
The what part?
The Meryl Streep?
That wasn't a
yeah.
bad number. That wasn't a bad
Topsy-turvy?
number. It wasn't a bad
Bad
number.
number.
It was not great.
No, the entire movie just seemed like them trying to get to the next song with no real like plot.
I agree. There's an awfully written screenplay, and really bad written songs. But Emily Blunt's performance saves the movie. Also, the way it's made saves the movie. Those
Yeah.
are magical
Animation
numbers.
is good. The staging for the numbers is really good, I
Yeah.
thought.
I loved the outfits when they go on the pot.
Yeah.
It's all like
I
hand
miss
drawn
hand-
still.
Yeah, I miss hand drawn animation. That's
Yeah.
what this movie made me miss.
Yeah.
So-
like, that was a cool scene.
Like in the original, there's a lot of hand drawn animation with like the penguins and stuff. So they,
Yeah, all I had seen from this movie before this was the bathtub scene where the dolphin comes up, and I was afraid that they were only going to do like CGI. I'm very happy that they still did hand drawn stuff.
Yep, same here. So like those numbers alone, Keegan, that's what kind of gets me at a 7. It's Emily Blunt's performance, it's how cute the children are, and it's those numbers. At the end of the day, this is a musical, and the musical numbers are good. So that's why I go to a 7. And
I
it's
don't
a
know
kid's
though. Like I'm thinking about like if I re-listen to any of these songs, and like maybe the "Don't Judge the Book by Its Cover" one, but nothing else.
There was one or two other songs that I enjoyed.
Actually, the "Find
song
What
was
You're
bad.
Missing," whatever one, your misplaced stuff about the mom. When the kids are singing it to the dad, I choked up a little bit. That part was really
Yeah,
well done.
but the lyrics still weren't great.
Yeah, that's true.
But I really enjoyed the last song actually. That was kind of a waltz where they were
The balloons.
carried away by the balloons. That was
Yeah.
good. That was good.
I want to leave the movie theater so bad at that point in time, but I didn't mind that song.
This
The
movie.
reason I saw
so
that
long.
instead of Aquaman is because I thought, oh, Aquaman will be like super long. Turns out it was only 10 minutes longer than this movie.
But
would've
dude,
been-
this movie feels like an hour longer. This is a long ass movie.
The beginning of it does.
It's so
it feels
slow.
this movie feels so long.
Yeah.
And then when Dick Van Dyke walks, I'm like, oh, I think it's over. And then there's 15, maybe 20 more minutes. And then
I
you're like,
know.
oh, God. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Glowing reviews here for Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Best movie of the year. What was
The best Disney movie this year?
No. Emily Blunt was nominated for this, right? Golden Globe
Yeah. And SAG.
and SAG.
I
Yeah, she
think.
didn't win. It ended up going to Olivia Colman from The Favorite.
Very deserving. Great movie.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't
good.
either. I'm very, very excited for it.
Yeah, it's good. Anything else to add about Mary Poppins Returns?
Not enough diversity.
You had the nice black lawyer.
You're right.
Also,
who was like overly nice? I'm like, of course, the only black person in this movie is like overly nice.
Also, when Colin Firth is like, lock that door! Why'd the black guy lock the door?
I know.
And then 10 minutes later, he unlocks it. They're just
It's like 13
making
seconds.
shit up to have some conflict that shouldn't have been there. She should have got to the clock tower immediately. He should have opened the door.
They wrote this movie in like a week. Maybe 4 hours.
Maybe 4 hours. I assume... Well, Julie Andrews was not in this movie, right?
No.
Funnily enough, she's in Aquaman. She
Really?
voices like a big-ass sea creature, I guess. Yeah. Kind of weird. Like,
She
I
was
thought
mad,
that old
so she
lady...
wanted to get into a competing film this weekend to lower the numbers.
Yeah.
She got replaced.
Smart woman.
She
She actually wrote the screenplay for Aquaman.
I thought the old lady in the park was going to be her.
Now,
Yeah, me too.
She was a cameo from the original movie, that old lady in the park.
Okay.
I can't tell you what part. Just my mom was talking to me about it, and I was just not paying attention when she was talking to me about it. But
Classic.
Good boy.
love you, Sue.
If you want to watch Mary Poppins, you always pick the original, right, Mike?
Of course.
Do you think you'll ever watch this again?
Or Saving Mr. Banks.
Right, so this is the third. Like, this ranks number 3. Will you actually will ever watch this again?
Oh, did I say I'd watch this again? No, I would not. I said I recommend it to children, though.
Charlie, will you? This is a hard sell for me. It's long. I didn't really like it the first time. The music doesn't bring you back.
I might stop for a couple numbers.
Stop for a cup of coffee.
If the pot scene is on, I'll sit down. But then
I
turn
will
it
watch.
off right there.
I will certainly watch the pot scene again, for sure.
Also, the kids thinking that's gonna save them money. Oh, this movie's terrible. I know this movie's not good.
No, it's not. But like I said, what got me to a 7, I explained it.
All right. Fair enough.
It's a Disney
You
music.
can't deny that you walk out of this movie with a big smile and a full heart and clear eyes.
It ends very well. It ends very well.
Emily Blunt is so charming.
Yeah.
She's great.
I'm done with
Miranda,
this movie.
Yeah.
Keegan almost said thumbs up. He thought about it.
That was like the first thing I said was thumbs down. There was no hesitation in my thumbs down.
You might change it, though. Anyways,
Oh my god.
we'll go to Vice.
Speaking of bad movies, Vice. Woof. This
I
movie's
kinda liked it.
terrible. This movie
I kinda
is
liked it.
terrible. No.
In a weird way, I'm like, you know what? They're going for it. I'm enjoying myself. It's entertaining.
This movie's
Keegan,
also...
I'm surprised you hate it.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Oh my... What?
I thought it was really, really good, except for a few small things.
Okay. Well, we'll get into it. I think this movie is like 17 hours long also. This movie just kept going.
Really? I was thoroughly entertained throughout.
Yeah, I never thought about the length for a second.
Okay. I think everyone is good in this movie except Adam McKay. I think the directing is awful. I think every choice he made was the wrong choice, basically.
I mean, he went for it, and like I will never like bash a director who at least tries to do something different. And this is totally different. There's a lot of things I didn't like about it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I don't like the tone of the movie he did. It could have been better. He could have got his point across better. But it was interesting what he tried to do.
I disagree with one directorial, maybe a couple, but majorly one directorial choice he made. And I'll get into that into spoilers. But for the most part, I thought he took a lot of risks, and the movie was highly entertaining. And those risks paid off, and it was really unique. I can't see how you would think they were all mistakes.
Okay,
Because
so...
here's one thing I want to add to Charlie's. Because even when he takes a risk and you're like, that was bad, it still entertained me. And it kept me like the edge of my seat. Because I didn't know what was going to happen next. Anything could have happened in this movie.
I think, so for me, it was so clear that he had such disdain for Dick Cheney, where just the lens that this movie is being told at is just like, it's not objective in any way, but yet, in the beginning of the movie, he goes, he's a very secretive person, but we tried our fucking best. Like, no you didn't. Like, hey guys, guess what? Dick Cheney caused the California fires that happened 3 months ago. Dick Cheney caused the opioid crisis. Like, everything that bad happened since 2000, according to Adam McKay, is Dick Cheney's fault. Like, it's ridiculous.
I think that's an unfair characterization of his choices in this film. And we can talk about the politics of this movie and the actual film part of this movie. We should probably separate them.
Yeah.
And talk about those two things separately. But to talk about the politics, and I want to preface this by saying that, I am, by today's standards, a libtard.
A snowflake,
although
as they say.
Yeah, exactly.
He is.
I don't think I would have said that 5 years ago. I think 5 years ago I would have said, I'm pretty moderate and wouldn't call myself a Democrat. Obviously, political times are very divisive right now. So,
right.
But besides all that, the main plot of this movie, it was objective. I mean, I'm a bit of a political junkie. A lot of these things, this is all based on fact. There are definitely some directorial choices he makes that cast a dark shadow on Dick Cheney, but as far as the actual beef of this movie, what makes it up, it's not made up. I don't think Adam McKay is to blame for how you might come away thinking about it.
No, I know what Dick Cheney did was, some of the stuff he did was terrible, but the way he just throws extra shit on top of it just kind of diminishes a lot of the story. I felt like
I wouldn't have made a biopic like this, because I'd want the audience to have an opinion of the person themselves and just kind of lay out the facts.
Yeah.
Or he's throwing in your face.
Yeah.
So I didn't love that.
It's relentless.
It is relentless, but at the same time, I was thoroughly entertained. The acting is incredible in this movie throughout.
For most of the movie, I admired Dick Cheney in his portrayal. Did you guys feel that way at all? I talked to other people who felt the same way.
The first half, you're like, all right, yeah, this guy's busting his ass.
I thought it was really cool. It wasn't until the very end of this movie where things seemed to pile up and crescendo.
Yeah. And the reason I blame McKay for most of it is because everything that's done in camera between Bale and Adams and Carell is all great. It's the voiceover and the cutting between the fish and all these different montages. It's dude, just let the story unfold by itself. All of the shit you're doing, the stuff that made him famous almost for The Big Short that he tries to do in this movie just doesn't work. I know who George Bush is. I know who George H.W. Bush. I know who these people are. Stop over-explaining everything you're doing.
I see what you're saying there.
I have a brain. Subtlety. I can figure shit out.
I didn't like the fish. The fish was weird, and I didn't like the dialogue. I didn't like the montage at the end with the opioid crisis and the California fires. But at the same time, he won for it. So I don't know. I just don't think it hindered the movie that much. It was annoying and it maybe docks at a point in my mind, but I still liked it. Also, I feel like he was trying to I feel like now he thinks he's Mr. I'm going to explain what happened in the 2000s to America. And yeah, it came off preachy after The Big Short because this isn't as complicated as The Big Short is.
Right. That's why it works so well in The Big Short.
Adam McKay.
Because I don't know anything about Wall Street, so him dumbing it down for me with naked Margot Robbie, that works. But putting a subtitle and a voiceover for explaining who George Bush is, it's I don't need that. I don't know. All right, let's score it and get into spoilers. I'll go first. 3 out of 10. Thumbs down. Won't watch it again. I hated it.
7 out of 5. 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Drinking 9% beer. 7.5 out of 10. Thumbs up. We'll watch it again. I recommend it to most people. My dad is a pretty big conservative, and he actually really liked this movie. I was surprised. So I think if you have an open mind, you will enjoy this movie. At least I'd recommend it to people for that reason.
I agree. I mean, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Even people that are my one friend that is very apolitical, who I talked to about this film, said he thought it was highly entertaining. He just wishes he could hear the other side of the story, which I think is totally fair. But to bash this movie over the politics is, I don't think the right choice. The film itself is, I thought, amazing. The acting was amazing. You might not have liked the directorial choices, but I thought they were risky, and I liked it.
The acting is sick in this movie. I think it's the best acting movie of the year.
Yes, it was amazing.
No,
Tyler Perry as Colin Powell is awesome.
It is Colin, isn't it?
It's Colin Powell, yeah.
It's
right?
insane.
Colin.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was him.
Yeah. Dude,
that's amazing.
When Tyler Perry decides to do a legit role, he's very good. Like, he's great in Gone Girl, too.
He's great in Gone Girl, yeah. He can act.
All right, spoilers, I guess, for American history. Charlie, you had something you wanted to bring up. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. My biggest issue with Adam McKay's choices was probably towards the very end of the film, when Dick Cheney is having the heart replacement surgery, and they zoom out and they show his old heart.
Yeah.
It was kind of like looked tarred and gross. I thought that he should have just ended it there.
Oh my God.
He proceeds to go on this like soliloquy, holier than thou discussion, which, one thing I do want to say on here is it's an interview, and the interview, you might not know this, but in the interview he's asked, do you regret this? Is it worth it? All the people that have died in the Iraq War, and he responds, "Who cares?" I mean, that's real. Dick Cheney actually said that in an interview.
I think the direct quote is "so," right? He gets a shrug and goes, "So," right? Yeah. But yeah, it's so ridiculous.
It's almost direct.
Yeah.
But that tangent afterwards was just ridiculous.
That was my least favorite part of the movie.
Isn't that what Dick Cheney would say though when he looks in the camera and says that? Isn't that what Dick would say? Wouldn't that be his defense of the movie or no?
They don't have a right to do that, though.
He would say anything. I don't think he would say anything, and that's kind of what I liked about him in the movie.
Yeah. You're right. He wouldn't say anything. You're right, but I feel like at least that's the argument against for Dick Cheney, right? He kept us safe, right? Isn't that what people say?
Yeah. But when Bale turns to the camera, speaking like as Dick Cheney, I was like, that's ridiculous. That went way too far for me.
Yeah, I didn't like that choice, but everything else he did, I thought was warranted and interesting.
I like the actual ending. I didn't like the heart thing. The heart thing was just a bit much, a bit overboard.
How'd you feel about the framing device of like Jesse Plemons telling the story?
I didn't like that, but
that was.
But like I did get a chuckle out of it. But
when you got hit by that car.
Like that was funny, but everything else was just.
Yeah.
Well, when that reveal comes, that's exactly when everything else starts to climax in the movie, and then it just all seems to lead to this big picture and this dark feeling inside you of like, oh man, Dick Cheney is responsible for all these things, which, is not the case, and that's how Adam McKay plays it up to be.
Yeah.
But it's still not totally an unwarranted thing for him to put that montage up.
What did you think? What did you guys think of the movie ending? You know how like he faked the end with the credits rolling and stuff. Did you like that?
Oh, at the beginning?
No,
it's like in the middle.
No, it's like in the middle.
It's beginning middle. It's pretty early.
It's early.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was kind of cringy to me, but I dug it at the same time. But it was kind of cringy. That's how a lot of this movie was. Like, oh, he did that. I would have done that, but you know what? Okay, let's go. I don't know.
I didn't think it was cringy. I mean, I laughed. Everyone in the theater laughed when they saw that.
Mine was
Has that
pretty
been
dead.
done before? I don't know. Is that
Dead
is
crowd.
that
I don't know. I liked the Allison Pill gay daughter thing a lot. Wish
Yeah.
they would have been a little more done with that, because it doesn't really
Yeah.
resolve.
Yeah, that was a better, more
They made Dick look good.
tangible part of the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't really resolve though. That's my issue with it.
Well,
No,
it
but-
hasn't really been resolved in real life.
Yeah, the one daughter is still the representative for Wyoming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw her in the news the other day.
Yeah, she was talking about this movie.
They,
Doesn't like it.
No, it wasn't about this movie. It was about something else. But
Oh,
they still won't talk.
I can't imagine she would like it. I hated the Shakespeare sonnet scene.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Hated it.
I liked
You
it.
can't do that in a movie. Let's do it in a movie. Oh my
thought-
God, McKay!
You know what? So many biopics are so boring. At least you can't say this movie's boring. It's not boring in the slightest.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Sometimes you need someone to break the tension. What if in Bridge of Spies they did that? It would have broke the tension. It would have been the worst movie of all time.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
you knew that that's what this movie was going
I
for,
know.
right? Just
Yeah.
all out, full blast, give it everything. I don't know.
Which I dug.
Yeah,
Like, I will watch
I love
anything
the
Adam
attitude.
does because of
Yeah.
that.
It pulls no punches, but I don't know.
it was creative.
As a snowflake cuck myself, it was even too much for me. I'm amazed your dad liked it.
My dad?
Yeah.
You mean it was
It's a
too
good
liberal
movie.
for you?
Yeah, almost. It was like, dude, come on.
I don't understand.
It felt like propaganda.
I don't understand what's overtly liberal about this movie.
It feels like propaganda.
Dude,
I mean,
Republicans come in office and take down the solar panels. Boo, Republicans. It just like,
Yeah.
it was like too much.
I mean, there's a little bit of symbolism, but that was all pretty backed up by what was going in the plot. I mean, it wasn't like they just pulled that out of nowhere. There was things going on in the story that directly mirrored a lot of his montages and, shots like that. I was waiting for the moment in the movie to be like, oh, I have to defend this for being too liberal. I never thought that moment came. I don't know. At least in the plot of the movie. There were definitely some cuts where they would show like Dick Cheney with like a smirk or a dark look on his face where, in real life that wasn't there. That was just him being told to, look a little evil. And it was like, yeah, that's not totally fair. And maybe another director would have left that out. But substance was, I don't think I have anything to complain about.
It wasn't as liberal as I thought it was going to be, based on the reviews and based on like Christian Bale going up there and saying that Saiyans inspired his role. It wasn't as liberal as I thought it was going to be from that standpoint.
Can we talk about the acting real quick?
Yeah.
Christian Bale, if he's not a lock for actor of the year, I mean, I don't think the only way anyone could beat him in this movie, he's so amazing, is if Daniel Day-Lewis comes out of retirement and drops a movie tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, he's amazing. I never
so
thought
good.
for 1 second he was anyone but Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Amy Adams was amazing.
Yeah.
My dad was blown away that was Batman. Just absolutely floored.
But
I
I thought
like,
Go ahead.
I think at this point he's probably a lock. I don't know. It's tough to tell with these things, but I thought maybe the one thing that would bring it down would be the poor reception. But I mean, it got all the Globes. It's gonna get praised no matter what. I thought maybe he could have some difficulty with it, but now it seems like it's his to lose.
I think it's a polarizing enough movie where it has a base in the Academy, where it will still get a lot of noms. As far as winning best actor, it's probably him or Malik.
Yeah.
And both
Malik
movies
is not that his performance was good, but it was not.
It's not
wasn't
Christian
even-
Bale.
No, it doesn't even deserve to be nominated. I thought I was a little disappointed by Malik in that film. I thought it would be better.
Really, I
Yeah.
think Malik's very good,
I like
but
Malik.
I think Bale's different level. This is just something that you don't see very, very often.
I mean, Malik is probably better in the few episodes of Mr. Robot I've seen than he was as Freddie Mercury.
Plus, the Academy loves a transformation. He put on like 45 pounds, covered in makeup. I think this is Bale's
Second
to
time
lose.
he's done this.
Yeah.
Rami Malek, though, put in fake teeth.
You did.
But I thought Rockwell was super weak. I saw he was nominated for supporting. I did not think he was that good.
No.
And maybe this could be another one of McKay's choices as director to make Bush look kind of weak, because Rockwell just came across as... I didn't think he did a good job acting, or I don't think
the whole Bush
was that good.
Yeah,
No.
everything to do with Bush was bad.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
HW was great.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was, but Bush can't be that big of a dumbass. There's just no way that he could be that clueless.
I know.
He can't be.
Or he can't be as clueless. Like, he could be an idiot, whatever, fine. But, like, he had no idea what was going on.
He was.
Like that,
It felt like a movie where like a little kid's CEO of a company. Like that was the.
Yeah.
That was.
And
That was upsetting. Yeah.
Dick Cheney sized him up, being like, "What does he want to do?" He's trying to, get his dad to love him. That scene was a little unfair.
Yeah.
That's when it kind of crossed the line of like, this is getting a little too much. That was the beginning for me.
My friend didn't like Carell. How'd you guys feel about Carell?
Carell was awesome. I had no objections.
He said he was doing Michael Scott, which I didn't really get.
No, I disagree.
I don't think he was doing Michael Scott. I mean, I don't know Donald Rumsfeld too well. I think none of us probably do.
Yeah.
I know Dick Cheney probably a lot better than I know Donald Rumsfeld, but it was good. I still knew it was Steve Carell. It didn't seem like he was one of his better roles. You've seen him in better things, probably.
Yeah, I agree, but I thought he was very good, and that Amy Adams was really good.
Mm-hmm.
She was phenomenal.
That character itself was really cool. It was cool how she kind of basically like saved Dick Cheney.
Yeah, strong woman.
Strong woman.
Good
for her.
Dude,
Unless you're gay, I guess.
A lot of this movie, I can't wait. Like
strong male.
I did not hear what you just said. I apologize.
A lot of this movie made me admire the Cheneys and like them.
Oh yeah.
Just how good of power players they were, how smooth they were.
He knew what he was doing.
They own DC. Good for them.
Yeah.
If the end game's as much power as you want, then Cheney did it.
Don't tell me you like the scene where he orders Guantanamo Bay off the dinner menu, though.
I had no problems with that. And he doesn't order Guantanamo Bay.
He orders all of it.
Yeah, we'll have all of it. And,
but
it was true. It was true, though.
In all honesty, that is kind of confusing how they got away with all that torture and stuff like that. I actually kind of like that explaining. I kind of like how he broke it down there.
All right, matter of taste. Anything else to add on Vice, boys? Nothing.
It'll be actor and actress of the year, probably.
It will be one of the most memorable movies of 2018.
In a weak year. Do you think Amy Adams has no chance, right?
Dude, she was so good.
Oh, she's good, but I don't think she'll win.
She might win. She's never won before. I mean, who's she going up against? Stone, Weiss.
Is Regina King?
Regina King.
How many times has she been nominated?
6. Maybe 5? 5 or 6. It's a lot.
She might get that Leo treatment.
5 Academy Awards. Wasn't nominated for Arrival either.
I know. Bummer.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. People loved it. I thought it was just good.
Arrival? Yeah. I'm on that vote. Yeah.
I think that...
My Arrival poster on my wall. All right.
I think 5 years from now...
My gift.
When there's not as much political divisiveness, this film will...
Nothing's changing, dude.
5 years
Politics
from now...
are dead. Our country is dead. The fall of Rome is upon us.
I don't know. I think it's just maybe some people think it's too soon or something. When it's been out a while, I think it'll get more love.
I have Wi-Fi. My computer fixed itself. That's exciting.
You know, I did think it was interesting when they talked about like how Fox News came to be. That was interesting. How it was like the Reagan administration, like basically created all these one-sided.
Got rid of the law that said both sides had to have equal airtime.
Yeah. There was like
fact. It's a fact.
Yeah, there was things. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of things like surprised me, but I don't know. McKay comes on.
Didn't surprise me.
Bitch.
Maybe Clint Eastwood will make another Vice and tell that side of the story.
You know what? I would go see it because I like him, even though he's crazy.
Eastwood?
Yeah.
Did you see the
I
Mule?
saw Dirty Harry for the first time.
Oh.
Have you guys ever seen that?
No.
Nope.
I haven't seen much Eastwood.
Dirty Harry was a good film.
I see a fistful of dollars.
I have not seen that one. It's on my to watch list.
Have you seen the Mule from this year?
As Seacrist pointed to his watch.
On
Did
my
you do that
list.
on purpose? Did you do that on purpose?
No.
It's on my watch list.
Have you seen the Mule this year?
I
No.
have not.
No.
I have not.
Okay.
I probably will not see that movie. No
Just-
interest.
Justin
I
Black
probably
said
get
it was
to
good. That means
People like it.
nothing.
People like.
Bradley Cooper's in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cooper's in it.
Michael Pena.
I guess quote looking ugly. That's what someone told me.
I don't know.
But-
It seems a little Mexican cartels are invading the country for me.
Yeah. I I saw this tweet. It was like all these women are like losing jobs in Hollywood because they're aging, and yet Clint Eastwood looks like an earthworm with teeth, and he's still getting jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks terrible in that movie, dude.
Well, he's directing all his movies,
Yeah, that's true.
and he'll get money from.
Everyone.
Well, to be honest with you, he'll get money from conservative think tanks to make movies like this.
True. Very true.
It is. I mean, it is conservative filmmakers that are paying for this film. So
Seacrist with the spin.
No politics.
I'm
though.
sorry, so political today. This podcast is taking it to the next level. You guys are getting political. I love it.
Well,
It
let's
was
cut that
always
off
gonna
right
get-
now. Did you guys watch anything over the last? What has it been 3 weeks, Mike, since our last one?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff.
I actually, you saying that we would not take a break over Christmas was insane.
We took a break over Christmas.
Big time.
What have you been watching, Mike?
So I watched You Were Really Never Here. You Were Really Never Here?
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
The Walking Penis movie that came out earlier this year. Super good. Super good. It's on Amazon. Go watch it.
Oh, nice.
He gives one of his best performances of his career. He's always great, but it's just one of those movies where you can interpret it like 25 different ways. It's short, it's intense, but it's borderline thriller, borderline like psychological thriller.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. Highly recommend it.
there.
I think most people would like it, at least if you like thinking man movies.
Cool.
I saw Lovesick. I rewatched Lovesick on Netflix. It's about a guy. It's about a guy who gets hepatitis. What does he get? He gets some STD, and he basically has to meet up with every single girl he's had sex with and like tell her. It's a total chick flick, but it's a British comedy at the same time.
Who's the guy?
I don't know. It's very British, but Evie in the movie, Evie in the TV show is bae, and it's also like 20 episodes long and it's 30 minutes. So I watched when I had mono, and I showed Caroline it. We watched it all one day. It's super good.
Nice.
Also, watch
It's a show.
It's a show. Did I not make that clear? Yeah, it's
I
a
thought it
show
was
that
The movie.
it's a show that takes about 10 hours to watch, and it's so bingeable. I watched The Graduate randomly.
I listened to the Graduate soundtrack because it's one of the best.
Yeah, Graduate's awesome. We talked
April
about
Come
it
She
in this
Will
podcast.
is the best song from that movie.
Yeah, actually, as that came on, I said this is the best song on
Yeah,
the
it is.
soundtrack.
Have you guys done a best soundtracks episode?
That'll probably be like a February, March thing when we have
That would
nothing
be,
else to
yeah,
do.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Be a good March thing. That would be a cool March thing. Saw Spamilton at the Playhouse Square. It's a spoof on Hamilton.
Is it Spamalot? Wait,
No.
no. Hamilton. Oh, Spamilton is the who does Flying Circus and Life of Brian?
Monty
Python.
Python.
Yeah. So it's not Spamalot. It's Spamilton.
Yeah, it's
it good?
it came. Yeah, it was good. It was really funny. It just makes fun of Lin-Manuel Miranda the whole entire time. That's really funny.
I mean, you haven't
And,
seen Hamilton, right?
I've not seen Hamilton.
Do you think it would have been
but-
better if you saw Hamilton?
Oh, I'm sure it would have been better if I saw Hamilton. But I know the soundtrack really well and what happens in it.
Mm.
And I'm reading Empire Falls, and that's it. I'm in a book club. So
Nice. Good for
Yeah.
you, Mike.
That's
awesome.
that's a New Year's resolution for me is to read more.
yeah, same here. Joined
Yeah.
a book club. Got me on the grind.
That's huge.
Good for
That's
you.
all I got. That's all I got.
Chip?
I have, I'm way behind on this one, but I've been binging Brooklyn Nine-Nine so hard.
The best!
It's so good.
It's
I've
so good.
I've never binge watched a show before in my life. Like the most I've ever watched something is like 3 hours in a row. multiple nights in a row, I watched just like 5 hours straight of this show. It is
the
so
most
funny.
bingeable show of all time.
When I had mono, I binge watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. When I finish, I watch Lovesick. Those are the only two shows I've ever binge watch.
It comes
Very good.
back in 2 days.
Next
I think
Sunday.
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
The new season.
Brooklyn
yeah.
Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Stoked for that.
And been watching some classics. Like I said, watched Dirty Harry. I had never seen Raiders of the Lost Ark before. I saw that over Christmas break. It's really good.
So good.
Other than that, I've just been trying to keep up with the podcast, listen to whatever movies you guys have on,
Yep.
including Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Did you like it?
My favorite part was that Keegan hated Sarah Silverman's voice in the movie.
She sucks. Actually,
It's
I don't
fine.
hate Sarah Silverman.
That
Silverman.
reminds me of my dad hates South Park just because all the voices are so screechy. That you had a mic take there.
That's me, too. I agree with that, though. That's how I feel with South Park.
I didn't mind her voice. I thought it was cute.
Yeah. I think the
cute
character's cute, but I don't know. The voice kills me.
She's so
I don't think I've
cute.
watched anything over the last 3 weeks.
Wow.
Have you
All
ever
right.
watched
Planet Earth 2?
Oh yeah. Shit's sick.
To the deep.
I am not getting this reference, just like all the listeners at home.
Mike, you were there.
You were there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was at your friend's downtown party.
You were
Oh,
a
yeah.
bottle deep
We
in
had Planet
JMO
Earth
though,
on.
so.
Yeah, I was gone. I think I was sitting on Charlie's lap for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Have
Got my
either
lap
of
all
you-
wet.
Have either of you watched Bird Box?
No.
I have not. I'll
Okay.
watch it for next.
I don't want to.
I want
I-
to.
I-
Don't do it.
just-
Don't do it.
I've
don't
been,
think
like,
it's very
turned
good.
off. Like, I'm sure, like, Netflix loves, like, the Twitter marketing that it's doing by itself. It's, like, turned me off to watching it.
I agree, it has too, but I'm also pretentious as hell. So
I heard it's not even that good.
I've heard very mild, for very average reviews. Middling,
Yeah.
Middly.
Middling.
middling reviews,
Yeah.
whatever. Average.
Yeah, those that
Secret-
Bandersnatch,
Having this.
that Black Mirror, like, interactive movie.
Oh, does anyone watch that? I heard that's terrible. The interactive Black Mirror.
I heard it was cool.
Well,
But-
I love Black Mirror, so I might give that one a shot, but I'm gonna pass on Bird Box.
I'm gonna watch Bird Box. I'll talk about it next week. I think I'm gonna hate it.
What?
What are we doing next week, by the way?
I'll text you. If Beale Streets could talk, maybe. The favorite, maybe.
Beale Street.
Pluralizing Beale.
The
Unbelievable.
favorites.
Michael's Jennisons.
Alright, yeah, that works.
This is our longest pod in a while.
I know.
Secrets brought the best of us.
Thanks,
Hey,
Chip.
thanks, guys. It was an honor to be on today. I had a great time. The only
was fun.
disappointment is that I won't be able to listen to myself. Do you guys ever listen to
Your
your own
voice?
podcasts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never listened back.
The first
so.
8 podcasts were brutal, but I got used to it. I got over
Yeah.
it.
I feel like I'll just cringe at everything I say. I feel like I said directorial about 8 times.
It's all right. I got used to listen to my nasally voice talk. You'll get
Yeah,
used to
I still can't do it.
this deep, sexy baritone.
Alright. So next week we'll just we'll do some random pretentious ones. Oh, Mike,
Oh,
our
the
list.
beer!
The
beer!
Michaels, are you okay? It's just beer.
What kind of beer?
I'd like a keg of beer, please.
Hey, Johnny, how about a beer, huh?
Better when I'm drunk.
I love it.
I hate mine. Mine's so average. Don't buy it. I would never buy it in a 6-pack.
So I usually hate sour, but this is pretty mellow and it's like lime based. Like this would be an unreal summer beer. So Dogfish Head Sea Quench Ale. I will buy this again. I really like this a lot.
I love sour beers. I had one of
went
the best
to
beers of my life.
I
It
went
was super
to
sour, but it's great.
I went to a brewery in Dublin the other day, and like their specialties were sours. The worst beer I've ever had.
And see, I went to a brewery in Lakewood, specialties and sours. Best sour. Actually, their specialty was mead and sour beers. Mead was horrendous, but the sour beers are really good.
Mead is tough. Mead's a hard sell.
If you're gonna get a mead, get a Sessions mead. Tastes like champagne. That's my little, that's my little tip for the day.
All right.
Does it have a good mouth feel?
Yeah.
It's a full body.
Tastes like champagne. tastes like good champagne. Session mead.
Jeez. All right. Anything else to add, guys?
Nope. Thank you for all listening. Thank you all for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you to everyone I know and love.
Thanks, Charlie, for joining us. That was a lot of fun.
Thank
It was
you. I
overdue.
had a blast.
I'm glad we had differing views on Vice, because everyone I'd talked to thus far also hated it. So it was good to hear, like, why people liked it. 'Cause I was just in an echo chamber of hate.
You guys got to disagree more. Get a little Skip and Shannon going on this podcast. Keep it entertaining.
We disagree today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
A
Keep it
lot,
up.
actually. Mary Poppins sucks. All right. Thanks for listening. Follow us
Spider-Verse sucks.
Oh, Mike. Follow us on Twitter at movie
Look what
underscore
Seacrest created.
movie underscore ReBrew. Me at Cash Money Keegan. Mike at underscore Oglebay. Charlie at nothing, right?
I'm not on much these days.
Nothing.
Focusing on me.
Nice. That should be a resolution, is for me to get off my fucking phone, but I'm addicted. It's bad.
Well, reading works for that too.
Yeah, that's true.
Open up a book.
Subscribe
Book is not the cover.
on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Mike is on Untapped. Are you still movie underscore ReBrew on Untapped?
I am now Michael Jennison because we haven't plugged in years, but I do still review beers.
There you
Follow
go.
me on Untapped. If I get one follower from Untapped from this show, I'll buy that person a beer.
Hey! Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. See us next week for The Favorite and Bird Box, I guess.
We'll get something better than that, but yeah.
Who knows?
Something along those lines. All right,
Bye.
later.